evening, everybody. This is Johnny Seville from the Acorn Wealth Corp. This is the executive summary. And what can I say? Woohoo! When you're right, you're right. Beautiful overnight 600% profit on the S&P 500 puts. We'd alerted to people to on Thursday. And the options, I mean, just on all the other positions and so forth, just killed it. Of course, we continued downward today. So far, this is moving just perfectly. You can see that if we look at the S&P 500 drop, we are coming down to the pattern support, kind of around this level here. So we want to be wary of some kind of a support bounce at 1973, 1975. We currently, let's see what the lower was over here, was 1969. So yeah, but 1970, 1975, that area. So far, the futures overnight are up about 17 points. So whether that actually feeds into anything in tomorrow's market, we don't know. But obviously, any kind of too many good trades to choose from. Yeah. Well, if your only problem with Acorn as well is too many good trades to choose from, thanks, Robert. That's exactly how I feel. There are just so many good trades to choose from, and at the moment there's so many good ones that we have already got in the newsletter. DLPH was a new one that I bought puts in today from the which looks like on a longer term. You can see it looks like a big head and shoulders pattern, and looks like we're breaking down, which would be a long-term play with that, because that could just keep dropping and dropping and dropping. Obviously, that's been one from our list from much further long ago, and you can see that the potential on that head and shoulder could be really extended. We've got Stmp, which was an entry criteria today. Again, that looks like a head and shoulder coming out of a long-term uptrend. That looks awesome. BGCP entered below its entry criteria today of 863. That's looking awesome. That's heading towards its support level. Bud, of course, was the options play from last week. That's the options on that are up from $4 to $10.50, I think it was today. So, but the options actually on Thursday you could have gotten as cheap as $3.30, so almost as much as a 200% return on Bud just in the last 2 days. We've got IT. I mean, just so many beautiful trades. IT just plummeting today. I sold a couple of my contracts, about 1/3 of my contracts, just to take some profit on that. These are up big time. The puts, July $100 puts are up from $1.85 to $7.60. I mean, there's just so many good ones from the list already. For those of you looking for potential, I won't go through them all, we'll review them all in Trading Room, but a couple of them did hit targets today, like Ryder R hit target, Bungie hit the target, CNO hit the target, MITK hit its first target. So there's just so much to talk about. So I mean, again, really it is about quality of trades, not quantity of trades. So try. It's not about trying to trade everything. And if you're fully invested, you're fully invested. Let the quality of trades you're probably in are the same quality as other trades. So when you're full, you're full. Now, in terms of looking at some new potentials as we go into the market, this is the list that is my big watch list. I've got AVGO, Broadcom, which is, as you can see, breaking out of a broad rising wedge channel. And you can see that had a nice drop today. Again, the best thing for new positions is that we get any kind of a rally up in the market, and what you're looking for is these stocks to be rallying up into resistance. So that would be the ideal entry for any new short, is a rally up into its respective resistance that it's breaking down. So any strength in the market tomorrow would be an ideal time for looking for new shorts. AVGO AVGO has had some big selling in the insiders, and you can see from the rising wedge channel that looks like a potential drop all the way back down to 115. So this one I would be looking at August 130 puts $2. Shorter term, July 135 puts are $1.70. There was 3,288 of those July 135 puts bought today. So either that's someone believes that it's not going to break below 135. But there's certainly someone out there that really believes it will. So that's AVGO on the short side. We've got Workday, WDAY. Again, really big selling on this one. This is the kind of thing where I'd love to see a rally back up to 75. Otherwise, we'd be monitoring this for a breakdown below 70. Then it's going to hit that support there at 65 as well. It's got a few different stumbling blocks on Workday, but it is in the application software industry, and really big insider selling coming out of this one. Really huge insider selling from this. Of course, application software has been the highest level of insider selling, and I was looking at the $70 August puts, which are $460, or the $65 puts, which are $265, and those are August. SNX. So I'm throwing a lot of different ones out there, depending on what kind of pattern you really like to trade. SNX is a. Let me just take this. Some of these lines off. SNX looks like it's again a head and shoulders pattern. You can see that this head and shoulders here. You can see it's just coming down from that right shoulder, and if we have a look at the potential target there, basically got there you go. You can see the breakdown level would take us from 80 down to 55, which is exactly where the 61.8 Fibonacci is. If we look at all the way back from 2011, that's where that would predict us to go. So on SNX, I'd be looking. You could look at the 57.50 put. Excuse me. The let's have a look. Yeah, the $95 August puts $4.70. Or for the longer term play, there's December $70 puts, which are $3.70. All right, let's rock along. So there's a head and shoulders play. LITE, again, another head and shoulders. Big insider selling and recent insider selling. For this one, I'd be looking at the August $22.50 puts, currently 90 cents. Again, this one looks like it could have a breakdown towards this target of around $17. So there's a lot of big potential in all of these. Some of these are thinner traded in terms of options than others. So again, have a look at which one kind of fits your model. But these are all ideas. Of course, with this one, we'd want to see it break down through support. So I want to see it break through, say, 21.50, and then that would hopefully trigger us into a breakdown of the head and shoulders. Rambus. Let's go back and have a look at this one. Again, another head and shoulders, declining neckline. And then you can see over here on the right-hand side, we've got another head and shoulders inside the larger term head and shoulders. So if we want to see this break below $11, and then I'd be looking at the $11 November puts. I mean, they're currently only 56 cents, believe it or not. November $11 puts, 56 cents. So this one looks like a head and shoulders within a head and shoulders. And again, we could get, if we look at the head and shoulder target, I mean, if we have a longer term move, we could get all the way down to below $5. So it's a 50% drop. And then the first head and shoulders talks about a drop below that head and shoulder. So we've got the momentum from this smaller term head and shoulders kind of working within this. So I really like this one. The option pricing is really good on it as well. HZNP. Almost towards the end, declining complex head and shoulder. So also you can see the downward channel, a breakout, dropping back into that channel. So we've got this kind of head and shoulder here happening. So for this one, kind of a target down around $8, which would be again about a 50% drop. I'd be looking at the $14 November puts, which are at $175. Second last one, XYL. Huge rally. now breaking down. Again, I'd really love to see a rally back up to about the $45, $44 level, and we'll see what happens in the market tomorrow. But for this one, the $40 October puts are only 54 cents last traded price. The bid in the ask is pushing it higher to 90 cents. But again, decent pricing given we're only $2 away from that. And this has got potentially a long way to drop to come back to the January lows of $32. So about a 30% potential drop there. And then now this is diversified machinery. So the other diversified machinery play is Cummins. Again, all of these have insider selling, big insider selling recently, and Cummins would be the other one, which we have here, which is just breaking down. Again, it could get down to the recent lows of around 80 bucks. So that's a $25 potential drop. And I'd be looking at the August 110 puts. As you can see, that's just breaking down. If we get a rally up into resistance tomorrow, that would also be perfect. But as you can see, lots of opportunities. Really just a matter now of deciding what fits your profile. All of these have diverging money flow, if not very negative money flow. All of them have insider selling. All of them are... and you may not want to trade anything new. I mean, you may be already stocked up with great positions. But these are everyone keeps asking for more alerts. So I wanted to give you my short list. Believe it or not, this is my short list of about over 50 stocks that I think are all great trades. These were the ones that were the best by the filter of having big insider selling, the divergent money flow, and that kind of good pattern. There was a lot that didn't make the cut that still look, some of them even better than these, but didn't have the insider selling. So I wanted to get as many different special factors as we could into the play. And of course, this is going to be just the very beginning of it. So we'll be reviewing a lot of these in a lot more depth in the trading room tomorrow night. So make sure you come to that, and we'll have we'll keep pushing along. It's a fantastic week. And of course, just a reminder that in these really volatile markets, when we get massive moves on the options like we've seen today and yesterday, these are moves where I'll take a third of my options or even half of my options and sell them. Some of them I'm buying back the next day. So just be wary of your targets, and never be afraid to take out your original capital, at least when you get these 2, 3, 4, 500% moves, as it is the case with a lot of the positions like IT and of course Ryder today. Massive move all the way down to its support. So this is just getting started, and so for now, this is Johnny Seville out, and we'll see you all in tomorrow's trading room. Take care, happy trading.